Celtics are on a roll. They're 9-0 at home, and they've done this most of the time short-handed. I'm Sierra Goodwill, here with Josue Pavon. We've talked at length about Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum, Kemba Walker's. They're on fire right now. They're meshing as a unit as well. And Gordon Hayward has been on the bench, obviously recovering from that left hand surgery, but his return is impending a couple weeks out. Even maybe we might even be less. It seems like he's doing really well in his recovery. How do you think Gordon Hayward being back in the mix will kind of disrupt the flow of those three?
I think it's going to take a little bit of time. I don't think it's going to be one of those situations where he just comes in, all of a sudden he's like grabbing all the touches, and all of a sudden guys aren't scoring the way they typically score. I think it'll take him a little time to ease his way in. But I also think that Gordon Hayward's the kind of guy who can just put it on when he needs to. When the Celtics need him, when they need a bucket, when they need him to go off, he can do that. They can share the wealth between the three of those guys, the four of those guys, Kemba Walker, Jaylen, Jayson, and Gordon.
Yep.
I think when it comes down to it, it's all about game-to-game execution, and because Gordon Hayward, again, can be so effective without necessarily scoring, that the offense will come to him. That's what made him so impressive this season. The first 6-7 games, the best stretch of games we've seen by far, the best stretch of games we've seen from Gordon Hayward as a member of the Boston Celtics. And let me tell you this, if he can get anywhere near that, this team will be fine. And the reason why he was able to get that offense or get that production or find that rhythm was because he let the game come to him. I mean, Brad Stevens obviously these two have such great history together. Brad Stevens has been in this guy's life since he was a sophomore in high school, so there's gonna be a way for him to come in there, and he'll pick his spots and he'll know how to contribute. I just can't wait to see how elevated this team is as a whole, talent-wise. I really think the Celtics have a great opportunity to sort of reach that level, that next level, whether it's Christmas or right before, whenever he does come back. I can't wait to see it all unfold because it's going to be really special when they're going up against top teams in the NBA.
And there has been some chatter that, this team has too many wings. They play better, more cohesive when one of them is on the bench. But Brad Stevens kind of shut that down after the Celtics win over the Nuggets on Friday night. He said, listen, everyone knows that we're better at full strength. That's when we are our most effective. It'll just take some time. And let's not forget, Hayward was playing his best basketball in over 2 years, right before he got injured. So you're adding a really, really valuable piece that's never going to be bad for your team.
Right, exactly. And luckily it was his left hand, not his shooting hand. That's the one that he hurt in San Antonio, so there's some that's somewhat good news from that injury. But also I just think when you look at the rest of the guys and the role players and someone like Marcus Smart, now he gets to go anchor that second unit. All of a sudden that strengthens. You have guys who are going to have more of a sense of their responsibilities on this team. Of course when you look at someone like Grant Williams, you're like, well, what does he fit right now? Brad Stevens still trying to figure that out. Someone like Carson Edwards, it kind of falls in that mix as well. I just think putting someone like that, Gordon Hayward, back in the mix will sort of make things easier and make things clearer for everyone else and find out who what their role is moving forward. But knock on wood, barring any other injuries down the road, I think if the Celtics are at full strength, it's always a good thing, obviously, but also for what there are chemistry-wise, it's going to be a huge plus for the Celtics when they have Gordon Hayward back. I just don't see a scenario where Gordon Hayward disrupts what's going on right now. I don't see it.
This Garden Report is brought to you by HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. Get easy seasonal recipes with pre-measured ingredients delivered straight to your door for $80
good
off
stuff.
Your first month. It is
Don't
really
miss
good.
out.
Go to HelloFresh.com/CLNS80. Enter code CLNS80. That is HelloFresh.com/CLNS80 and enter code CLNS80. For all of our Celtics coverage, head to our website at CLNSmedia.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel at CLNS Media.